Well, here we are on Treasure Island Ward, which is the Children's Ward, and this is where all the activity takes place for children who come in either with medical problems or surgical problems or, in fact, orthopaedic problems such as broken legs. You'll probably notice that it's chaotic. There are children and nurses and doctors all over the place, lots and lots of activity. That's really how we like it. It's very unlike an adult ward. And I think we might start by going straight down to the playroom to see who we can find in there. And this is Elliot and his mum Jude. And Elliot came into hospital last night. Can you tell us, Jude, why Elliot came into hospital?
Yeah, he had a rash all over his legs and his torso and swollen joints. It was quite uncomfortable, so we brought him straight to A&E.
And can you tell us what they've said the diagnosis is?
It's called HSP, and I can't pronounce the long word, but I've been given all the information on it, so yeah.
I think that's probably Henoch-Schönlein purpura, which
That's
is why it's a difficult one to pronounce, and we always call it HSP for short.
Sure.
You've got some really great spots, haven't you, on your legs? Can you show us your spots, do you think, Elliot?
Can we have a look?
Can we have a look? You don't have to if you don't want to.
No.
Can you show us your legs? There.
There's some great ones there.
He's got some good spots. This is a condition that quite commonly affects young children, and it's quite scary, isn't it? Seeing all those spots and seeing the swollen joints and not knowing
and
what
the
it's all
rash
about.
as well. I thought the rash that's quite,
It's a florid rash. It's something you've probably never seen in a book or heard about.
No, I never heard of HSP either.
No.
Didn't have a clue. So,
No, exactly. Fortunately, it's something that just gets better by itself. But quite a lot of children need to be in hospital for a little while with HSP. What are you having for your lunch, Elliot? Are you having sausages?
Too much.
I wonder if Jamie Oliver would approve. Okay, and here we are on the Paediatric Assessment Unit. This is actually a fairly new venture in paediatrics, and across the country there are more and more units like this. The idea is to try and keep children at home if at all possible. If you can't keep them at home, then to bring them into hospital for just a few hours to try and get them better, and then send them home. So this is halfway between casualty and the children's ward. And if we come in here, we can meet Michaela, who's just arrived.
He knows you're there. David, you're not working.
Here we are. Here's Michaela and Gordner, who's his mum. Gordner, can you tell us why you brought Michaela up to hospital today?
Well, Michailo complained yesterday afternoon when he got back from school about earache. It was his left ear. Over the night, I gave him 1 dose of paracetamol. It seemed to have got better, but then over the night, about 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, he was very, very restless and he started complaining again. Then come this morning, he said, Mummy, the other one is hurting as well. So that's why we brought him here,
Thank you.
He had so many last winter, last season, yes. Well, between 5 or 6, I think, altogether before the New Year, throughout the New Year, until February, sort of.
And we know Michaela very well anyway, so we're your first port of call, aren't we?
Yes.
Sam, you run this unit. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the PAE was set up 2 years ago, nearly 2 years ago, and we set it up really to take children out of A&E. It was a government recommendation to stop the 4-hour breaches and to give children a better standard of care. They're in a nicer environment. It's a fast track to see paediatricians, and with children like Michailo, he has what we call like a fast track card.
Yes,
so mum can actually ring up and make an appointment, and we can get him seen by one of our doctors.
And it's run by specialist nurses.
Of course.
Yeah. And one of the best as well.
One of the best. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So this is one of the bays at the Treasure Island Ward, and just to introduce you to young Sean, who's about to go into surgery, aren't you, to have an operation on your right arm, and you broke that. And this is his mother Melody, and this is Andrea, charged with keeping children occupied here on the ward. So let's speak to the most important person first. Sean, what did you do? What happened? How did you break this? You're not going to tell me? Should we ask your mummy? Okay, let's ask Melody. Melody, what happened?
He jumped off my TV stand.
Off your TV stand, and he's got to actually have surgery, so it's a severe fracture, is it?
Yeah, he snapped it just above the elbow, and they pinned it, and he came back Wednesday, yesterday to have another x-ray and check it's setting fine, and the bone slipped, so they've got to take him down and redo it.
Dear me, but he's actually not allowed to miss school completely, is he? He's doing his lessons here, and also he has a bit of fun. So let's talk about that to Andrea. Andrea, what do you do to keep the children amused here?
Well, anything that they want, really. We have games, painting, Play-Doh, computer games, videos, anything that they would like, that try to normalise things for them.
Well, it's particularly important for patients like Sean, who, he's got his arm in a sling, etc., and he's about to have another operation, but he's still capable, isn't he?
Oh yes, he can. Sean's very capable.
He's ambidextrous, he uses both hands.
Does he now? So once he's had the operation, how long will he have to stay here on the ward?
Hopefully he can go home tomorrow. He'll have it today. Depending on how he is tomorrow, then he can go home, else he'll have to stay again.
And how has the Treasure Island ward been for you?
It's really nice, actually. I love it, it's great.
It's a brand new unit. I mean, Andrea, how long have you been here?
I've been here for about 3.5 years now, so I came after it was built. So, but yeah, it's brilliant, it's lovely.
And it's quite a new thing to have people like yourself there to keep, in a wonderful fresh hospital like this. It was very nice.
Yeah.
You've even got your own unit, haven't you?
Yep, we've got our own playroom, we've got a teenage bay as well, we've got an outside area where the children, in the summer when it's nice, they can go out and play. So we have a Treasure Island ship out there, which is lovely. So, and if they can't get out, we normally wheel them out in their beds, so especially in the summer. So
well, thanks for talking to us, and good luck to Sean, and we'll go and see some other patients who are waiting for the same kind of thing.